But we begin with senior national correspondent John Roberts in Fayetteville, North Carolina, where Trump will be speaking at the top of the hour. Good evening, John.
Good evening to you, Shannon. North Carolina, where Donald Trump won by about 4 points. And, of course, the big news here tonight is Donald Trump will be introducing to the nation his pick for Secretary of Defense, General James Mad Dog Mattis. Donald Trump figured that with Fort Bragg just about 8 miles down the road, Fayetteville would be the perfect place to do that. In the meantime, there was plenty of other news being made at the Trump transition headquarters. Twice today, Donald Trump made a surprise visit to the lobby of Trump Tower, once with Japanese technology investor Masayoshi Son, to announce that the two had agreed to a deal to create thousands of American jobs.
This is Masa of SoftBank from Japan, and he's just agreed to invest $50 billion in the United States and 50,000 jobs.
While there were few details of the agreement, Sun has been putting together a $100 billion technology fund and is looking to make a big investment in startup companies here if the regulatory environment is favorable. Trump's other surprise appearance in the lobby today may actually cost American jobs. The Air Force has contracted with Boeing to replace the aging Air Force One 747s. But when Trump discovered the price tag, he blew up on Twitter today, writing, quote, "Boeing is building a brand new 747 Air Force One for future presidents, but costs are out of control, more than $4 billion. Cancel order." The president-elect suggested Boeing is playing fast and loose with military budgets.
I think Boeing is doing a little bit of a number. We want Boeing to make a lot of money, but not that much money. Okay, thank you.
Trump today continued his search for a Secretary of State, meeting with ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson, the first time he has broadened his horizon outside the world of politics and military for Secretary of State. His vice president-elect insists Trump is simply looking for the best person for the job.
He's going to listen to, on an ongoing basis, a broad range of counselors, a broad range of candidates, and I'm very confident he's going to choose a Secretary of State that's going to be able to carry the Trump agenda, putting America first, onto the world stage.
As the president-elect continues his quest for a top diplomat, questions continue over why Trump took a phone call from Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen last week. Chinese officials complained the call broke decades of diplomatic protocol. But Governor Pence today said Trump felt it would have been rude to not take Tsai's call.
This was a congratulatory call, and it was a courtesy. The president-elect was fully aware of the one China policy. He's also very aware that the United States has sold billions of dollars in arms to Taiwan.
Trump's choice of ambassador to China will be an important one.
We had a wonderful meeting.
Sources say Trump is all but settled on Iowa Governor Terry Branstad, the nation's longest-serving governor, whose state has a long history of trade and agriculture with China. And Branstad is also very close friends with Chinese President Xi Jinping, so that could help keep the lines of communication open, even if the two leaders don't necessarily agree with each other. At the same time, Donald Trump's pick for Secretary of Defense is running into some headwinds on Capitol Hill. Because General Mattis has only been under the military for 3 years, he requires special permission from Congress to serve in the civilian position there at the Pentagon. Republicans in Congress are thinking of putting a measure into this week's budget bill that would help expedite the process to get him a waiver and get him through confirmation. But today, the House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi said she is firmly opposed to anything that would give Mattis a less than full consideration by Congress. Shannon?
Yeah, John Roberts, thank you very much. We're going to talk about that with the panel coming up.